Hello everyone! Today I want to share the 3 worst dates I've ever been, and I want to share the story behind it. So, counting down, number 3 was this guy that I met in Tinder. This was like about 5, 6 years ago, and he looked super cute, and he was Christian, which is good. But I don't know, there was something off, and like he wasn't too much into it, and I wasn't really too much into it either. So we finally go on a date, and we were gonna meet at the town between us because we had like a town in between where we live, and we were gonna go for frozen yogurt because I love frozen yogurt. So this is like early summer in California, which is really hot, Northern California, and we go for Froyo, and he said, hey, this town has a park behind this neighborhood. We should go. I heard it's really nice. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we go and sit under a gazebo after we get a Froyo, and we're eating this. I mean, Froyo, which is sweet, and heat, not a good match. And we're having a conversation, and it's like, okay, this guy is actually pretty cool, but this is very awkward. Because I don't know, I don't want to be here, and I'm sensing he doesn't want to be here either. Well, this guy decides that he wants to go on a walk after we finish our froyo. And I didn't have water with me, and I was really thirsty. And the walk was like so boring. And he just kept talking, and he asked me questions. And I was like I felt like I was like, I don't want to be here, and I know you don't want to be here. And it was just very extremely awkward. Well, after we parted ways, I think we kind of both knew that it wasn't just going to work out. He never messaged me again. I didn't care. So that was just very awkward. It wasn't terrible, but it's definitely top 3 worst because too much awkwardness. Number 2 was this guy in OkCupid. I know, online dating. Definitely not part of my generation, still not getting used to it. I don't think I'll ever get used to it, so I don't think I'm going to do that. And I remember he looked kind of good, but not really my type. But he knew my base, he knew the base I was stationed at. And he knew things about the military, so I was like, okay, let's just have a conversation and just see. At this point, I'm 24 and I'm very open to everything. Just to try anything. So after a few conversations, he said, hey, do you want to go for Froyo? Since you say you like Froyo, I do love Froyo. So I'm like, okay, so let's go for Froyo. Why not? But this guy, the day that we're supposed to meet, he said, hey, I get out of work exactly at the time we're supposed to meet, but I don't work too far from there, except I don't have a car because I don't have a license. I have a bike, and I'll kind of meet you there later. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a red flag, but it's okay because I already didn't like him. So let's just see. Let's just keep an open mind. So we finally met there, and I'm like, I definitely don't like this guy. He looked like he's about to die. He's a stick, like he needs a sandwich. He's not taking care of himself, and I mean, I'm not like super fit or a top model, but I'd like to take care of myself. And this guy, I don't know, he looked like he didn't want to take care of himself. And I went through the line first, and I paid for my own froyo because I'm like, I'm very certain of this, and I don't want to give the guy the wrong idea because that happened to me before. It never ends well. And I'm sitting at the table just waiting for him because he's taking forever to decide what he wants. And that's on our red flag because I don't like indecision. And I'm looking at his mannerism and I'm like, oh my word, this guy is gay. Are you serious? We finally sit and we're talking, and this guy has no intention to have a life per se. He's like, I'm just going through the motions. He has no aspirations, and he worked at a fast food, I think, and he's like, I don't even want to be supervisor. It's just, I'm okay. I can live with this. And I'm like, yeah, this is not good. After that, he messaged me over and over and over, and I ignored him because, I mean, you gotta know what you want in life, okay, guys? You got to know what you want in life. Well, number 1, I was still 24. At 24, I was just trying everything. Let's face it. I had just broken up after a very serious relationship that almost ended marriage. So I was just willing to just put myself out there. Okay. So this guy was a blind date. So one of my good friends in my base, she heard that I like older guys. I mean, it's whatever. I like older guys, but I had dated younger guys, and she said, I have this older guy, he is perfect for you, you two have a lot in common, and so like I'll just set it up and just go, just be open-minded. He's very fit, so you may like him. Well, I was living on base, and yes, I had my license and I had a car, but he decided that he wanted to pick me up, and I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I was 24, he was 42. So he picks me up on base, and this is the middle of the summer at this point. And he's like, hey, it's really hot, and why don't we just hang around until it cools down, and then we'll do something fun. I'm like, okay, I mean, we're in the car. Like, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I need to wash my car. Do you want to go through a car wash with me? And I'm like, we're in the car. I feel trapped, but there's not much I can do. Let's do this. So in the meantime, we're having a conversation, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really like this guy. Like, he's just bragging about all these things that he's done in the military, and I'm like, what? He's not even that cute either. Not fit. I don't know where she thought he was fit. He was not fit. And I mean, he wasn't fat, but he was not fit. And he was just bragging and bragging and bragging, and I'm like, okay, do you want to know anything about me? So then after that, we go to his house, because he's like, hey, I live close by, still pretty hot. How about we just hang in my place until it cools down, then we'll go for sushi, because you love sushi. I love sushi. And I'm like, sure, whatever. So we got to his place, and he's like, how about we order sushi, we pick it up and bring it back, and then, I don't know, we'll watch a movie. And I'm like, I should have brought my car. And then, so we go get sushi, we bring it to his place, and he has a huge closet full of movies. There's like over 1,000 movies here, and there's no organization skills whatsoever. Like, it was no pattern. Like, I couldn't figure out anything. So he's like, well, maybe that's something you could do. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you come hang out at my house, and then you'll fix the closet. And I'm like, this is a strange request, and why do you assume that I'm going to come hang out in your house? Okay, whatever. So right in my eyesight, I see Tomb Raider. And I love Tomb Raider. I'm very obsessed with it. And I thought that I hadn't seen the second movie. I think I had only seen the first movie at this point. So I was like, hey, I don't think I've seen this movie, let's watch it. I'm a very fidgety person, as you can tell. But during the entire movie, I was pinned in a corner, did not move. This guy is laying down in his couch, and he's like all the time, like, hey, come cuddle with me. And I'm like, dude, I literally just met you. Why would I cuddle with, like, no. And he's like, I'm good, thank you. Well, almost at the end of the movie, I realized I have seen this movie. So I knew exactly when it was going to end. The moment that it ended, before the credits started coming up, I was like, take me home. And he's like, well, you want, no, take me home. In my way to my house, he's taking me home. I'm giving him a big speech. It's like, you've obviously never met a Puerto Rican woman. You obviously never met a Hispanic woman. You do not tell a Hispanic woman what to do. You do not tell a Hispanic woman, come cuddle with me. If we wanted to cuddle with you, we would cuddle with you. So no, and I'm giving this guy this speech. And when we finally got to base, before I got out, he's like, you're very intimidating, but I like that. And I'm like, no thank you. 2 days later, this guy texts me, and he's like, so do you think this is going to happen? And I'm like, what? He's like, well, our relationship. And I was like, what? We met 2 days ago, and you want a relationship? No. But you know what? You actually seem pretty cool. We do have a lot of things in common. How about we just become really good friends? Like I said in one of my other videos, this guy said, I have enough friends right now. Thank you. Deuces. And I'm like, 42-year-old, saying deuces. I dodged that bullet. And there you have it, guys. The worst 3 days I've ever been. I hope your experience is not as bad as mine. But if it is, leave it down below in the comments. I want to hear all about it. Have a great day.